Hi everyone, it's Nicole Wilkins with FitnessRX for Women, and this is my next question and answer segment where I took your questions from Facebook and I'm going to answer them for you today. The first question I have is, my quads are in good shape, but my hamstrings leave a lot to be desired, especially the saddlebag and glutes area. Any recommendations on getting this area to improve and look more toned? Well, it sounds like you don't have enough muscle in the hamstrings and glutes in order for them to look more firm and round. So make sure you're incorporating squats and lunges as well as glute focused work. So kickbacks, one-legged step-ups, Bulgarian split squats, maybe even hit your legs twice a week and focus on glutes and hamstrings primarily on one of the workouts. So start your workout with hamstrings instead of saving your hamstrings for the end of the workout. And that should help. The trainer I'm working with says it's necessary to let your body rest from time to time so I will have a better response when certain foods are taken away or put back into my diet. How do you stay lean year-round? Okay. It is important to let your body rest, but that doesn't mean to take 100% break from your diet, eat whatever the heck you want, because you're not going to stay lean if that's what your desired goal is. Make sure that you're eating healthy all year round. It's just the portion sizes are going to change. So your amounts of food, so your fats and your carbohydrates will increase or decrease based upon your goals. And usually the protein sources stay the same. So having cheat meals on occasion and making those carbohydrate and fat amounts go increased or decreased depending on where you're at in your training can definitely help keep your body from hitting a plateau or a stagnant point. And the higher your calories are, the more fuel you'll have to put into your workouts. How often do you weigh yourself? I personally weigh myself every morning, and it's not that I get obsessed about the scale. I just like to make sure I'm within a certain range, and I'm always curious. But you don't need to do that once a week, or if you don't even want to step on the scale and you want to just go off of how your clothes fit and your circumference measurements and that stuff, that's fine. There's many ways to gauge your progress. If you work out more than once a day, how many times do you shower? Doesn't your hair and skin dry out? I usually shower 2 times a day, but that doesn't mean I wash my hair every time. There is a thing called dry shampoo, and it works fantastic. So that's why I wear a hat all the time. Duh. No, I'm just kidding. But it isn't good to wash your hair all the time. In fact, your natural oils are some of the best moisturizers for your hair. Before your very, very first competition, what were you hoping to get out of it? Why did you seek out a competition, and what would you tell someone that might try to convince you not to compete? My very first competition, I wanted to do it because I loved the way that the women looked. I love muscle on women, and I knew after my gymnastics career it would give me a goal to shoot for and a challenge that I was excited about. I also was a personal trainer, and I knew that it would help with my personal training business. So that was really the main reason. For somebody who's telling you not to compete, I would ask them why, and ultimately you've got to do what makes you happy. So if I didn't do things that other people didn't want me to do, like if I was told not to do all the things I really wanted to do in life, I wouldn't have achieved half the things I have achieved so far. So follow your heart and follow your gut, and if it's something you're truly passionate about and you want to give a try, then who's to stop you, All right, so those are my questions for this week. Until next week, keep asking your questions on the FitnessRX for Women Facebook page, and I'll be back every Friday to answer them for you. Until then, keep living the fit life.